Hey folks, it's about 7:30 p.m. It's Thursday. I think it's July 13th or 14th. I'm here in Dietz at the river. There's the Seamaster, boat named Nadia. Somebody's got their boat parked here. You know, people ride their boats out here, and then they walk around, stay overnight. Sometimes they stay for a few days, what have you. Here are the swans. I'm going to go over to that side. I got 3 babies. So, and I got to get to the other side anyhow. I'm going for a bike ride to Balduinstein in theory. It's real nice out. Balduinstein, I think, is like 8 kilometers, about 5 miles away. So I'm going to go there and back real quick. I've already been to Limburg and back, so... And I've got to get more exercise. I don't begin to be getting enough, so I got to cross over on that bridge. There are the boat owners. The guy's already in there. There's the woman going in. Must be pretty cool. You know, going up and down the river, stopping at different towns, staying there, you know, overnight or a few nights. It's got to be real nice. You know, sit outside, eat a romantic dinner. Oh yeah. So, anyhow, I'm going to get going, and I'll do some shots along the way as I go to Balduinstein. And I think that's 8 kilometers away, but I'm not sure. It's a ways away, though. So, I'm going to pause here. This is more for people in America, because y'all haven't really seen what it's like. I've done a few videos of the river here, but... as I go towards Balduinstein, it's going to be totally different. You'll see. It's a bike path that runs along the river and goes through the woods. So it's really, really nice. And Balduinstein itself is like a postcard town. Real small. Anyhow, so that's it. I'm going to get going. So here I am up on the bridge. Bunch of teens down there. There's a couple, 3 girls relaxing down there. One with a very nice rear end. There's the castle. It's the youth hostel. And I just came from down there. So I just came from that parking lot. And this here, you can see it's saying this is the bike path. And what this is a whole series of gardens. Here in Germany, you can apply to the city for a garden, and you become your own place for a garden. It remains yours. You can even pass it on to your children. But really, it still belongs to the city, the state. And a lot of people have these, and a lot of people do their gardens, you know. They have these cool garden houses, and, you know, some have electricity and water and this and that. People come out to their garden houses and have a good time, you know. Sure, they do some garden work, but they also come out to the garden house just for partying and relaxing, you know, and barbecuing. So, this one's run down. It's obviously available. But that's what this is. There's a whole series of them. There's quite a few, actually. So, try and find a good one. Many times there's teens that have a party at this one here. I think it's this one. It might be coming up. This gives you an idea of what it's like, you know? There's the Auslander with his tablet. The foreigner. It's this one. Yeah, right up here. Many times on the weekends, the teenagers, there's a party here. So one of the teens, their parents has the garden house there, and then they, on the weekends, have a party there sometimes. So, see there's the sign telling me to go left. You just follow the signs and you end up on the river. And these garden houses are really cool, a lot of them are. So just wanted to show that, because that's different. We don't have anything like that in America. It's owned by the city. But you can have it as long as you are going to use it. And as I understand it, you can pass it on to your children, because that was the option my girlfriend had. her parents gave up their garden, and she had the option of having it, but she didn't want it. So here's some apartments here. I thought about looking here for an apartment. It'd be pretty nice, actually. Except there is a water treatment plant, but it's not so bad here. It's smelly sometimes. This is the water treatment plant. But, yeah, so it's different. It's different than America. We don't have anything like that. So, anyhow, I'm about to hit the river here, and then I'll pause it again. And, you know, for people like Wade, this gives you an idea of what it's like. Here's a kennel, and I think it's a training area for German Shepherds. Or maybe it's defunct. Maybe they don't use this anymore, but that's what it says there. And see here, and here's the river. And this is where my original campsite was, a few kilometers down this way, more than a mile. And I'm going to pause here. Somebody down there with their dog. And some bikes coming eventually through the woods there. But it's beautiful here, man. One night back in 2014, I came out here. And right there towards the middle of the camera were 3 badgers. So lots of wildlife here. There's a lynx out here. She makes her sounds. And anyhow, what I'm going to do is pause it, and then as I get the significant landmarks, I'll make it back on. Hey folks, so that's the town of Faschingen. The only thing they have there is a water plant. It's a water bottling place. Take the water right out of the ground, put it in bottles, but this is significant. I don't know if you can see the slope on this hill, but that is where I stayed, way up there. And it's so dark right now because this is in a valley and the sun's behind it. So it gets dark real early. I mean, the sun doesn't get dark here till 10:30 at night. And it's probably not even 8 o'clock, and look at it, it's already getting dark. But it is a steep, steep hill. I look at those rocks and look at the dirt, let's see, next to it. You can see it goes straight up. And that's what I climbed up with a heavy backpack. And then can you imagine me getting home from a bar after many beers, like 4 in the morning, and having to climb up this while it's still dark? It was crazy. And then there's tons of ticks up there. Ganz viel Zekenda. So, aber ich war da. And there, das Faschingen. So, I'm going to keep going here. I'm a long ways away from Balduinstein. Nochmal, hello. Hello again. So the river's over there, in between the green and the brown here. This is all drying wheat. Das ist Weizen. And this neighborhood here, the Häuser here, this is mein Tochter und ich macht ganz viel spazieren here. We made a lot of walking here. You can come from Berlenbach, you come down this big hill, and it's real beautiful down here. All these houses are just right out on the land. I mean, look at this thing over here. It doesn't get more in the land than this. So, yeah, and some of these houses, like this one here in the middle, really, really cool. Very nice. So I thought I would show that. Back there is a bridge for the train, which is still used to this very day. And I'm not sure if that's Berlenbach or Faschingen, actually. I guess that's Faschingen. The town that has the bottled water company. So anyhow, I'm going to keep going here. It's still a long ways to Balduinstein. But take a look, man. How pretty is this? This is all wheat. It's just incredible. And quiet. So I'm going to pause again. I came from Dietz. So 3.9 kilometers. 3.3 to Balduinstein. I guess I'll go, but the sun's getting real low. Man, I hate being so late here. I may turn around. Oh, screw it. I'm going to keep going. So I'm almost there. It's minutes later. These are pretty cool. I think they're garden houses on the river. One of these has a dock. Once in a while you see a boat out there. I think they're actually garden houses. Man, is it cool here. You can see the river's going real slow. You can see leaves moving very slowly. And this is the beginning of Balduinstein. It's about 600 people, 600 Leute. And Archbishop Balduin. The city, the town is named after him, as I understand it. And I don't know if you can see it there through the trees up top. You see it? That's the castle. And that castle is Schaum. It's one or the other. And a woman named Mother Mira lives right down. She lives right next to it. She lives right down here. Up top of that hill, though. Just right down from that castle. So, yeah, it's real nice here. See, people got it set up. That's a garden house there. They're set up by the river. And it's just absolutely quiet. You could cut the quiet with a knife here. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to make it all the way there, do a little bit of video, and then I'm going to hightail it back to Dietz, which is 8 kilometers about. It's about 5 miles back that way. So I want to get going because I'm in a valley and I've got no sunlight, and I hate that. Got to have my sunlight. So, all right, I'm going to pause. So I'm on the bridge in Balduinstein. I'm there. There's a church. It makes these really nice sounds when it rings. A melody. There's a castle up there. I think it's Schaum. I can't believe I can't remember right now. I'm going to cross the road here. There's train tracks at the end. Here's you see the boats parked. That's typical for here. Look at the beautiful sitting area, the benches there, many benches. And yeah, I love it here. I mean, I wouldn't want to live here as a point. It's too damn quiet. I would go crazy out of my mind. Here's where you can rent paddle boats. And over there is an imbus where you can get beer, something to eat, juice, what have you. I don't have any money with me. I screwed up. Otherwise, I might do that. And there's some hotels back here. Back behind those trees are hotels. And way up on the hill there, I don't know if we can see it at the top of the screen. In the middle is a gondola. So, yeah, real nice. It's quiet as anything. There's a road that goes up that hill towards the castle. I'm not going to take that. Once I get there, then it's 3 kilometers to Berlenbach. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is turn around, bike 8 kilometers back to Dietz. So it's shorter if I go that way, but that hill will eat up time, and I'm just not in the mood for it. So, cute girl way down there. Hey, hello. So, anyhow, I'm going to get going. Mission accomplished. I made it. So that will mean I've biked about 20 miles today, which is not bad. It's more than I have biked. I've only been biking for about the last 5 days, so... There's the ruins of old fort right there. I forget what it is. I've actually been over there. I forget what. But anyhow, yeah, I'm going to get going. Only about 600 people here. It's named after Archbishop Balduin, as I understand. And I think he's the one that began building that. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to translate it to English. I don't trust my German well enough. I think that started back in the 1300s, as I remember. So, anyhow, that's it. This is Balduinstein. Again, real quiet. There's not much to it. And I'm going to get going. Because, I need to shower, I need to shop, and I need to go out. So that's it, folks. You see a little bit of what it's like here. Here comes a train. I'll just add that. There it is. They do have a train here. This town's so goddamn small, but they actually have a train station. It's crazy. All right, that's it. We'll follow the train, and I'll end with that. There we go.